global movement for better health. After World War II, countries wanted everyone to have good health care. The World Health Organization, WHO, was created in 1948 to raise awareness about global health issues and encourage efforts towards better health care for all. And in 1949, it introduced the World Health Day, now observed every year on April 7th. Since 1950, WHO was chosen a special health topic each year, like mental health or childcare, to help people everywhere stay healthy. This year, WHO has designated the theme Healthy Beginnings, Hopeful Futures to emphasize the importance of early health interventions for newborns and the survival of mothers, emphasizing the importance of healthcare from the very beginning of life.
Recognizing this crucial aspect of health, Indian School Bowser has taken the initiative to raise awareness about its significance through this webinar. Our goal today is to learn, engage, and act towards a healthier world. Before we begin, let us acknowledge the presence of our esteemed dignitaries who have joined us for this online webinar. We are honored to have with us our guest speaker, Dr. Jyoti Misri, our respected Principal Sir, Mr. Prabhakaran, our Vice Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Ambika Padmanabhan, our Head of the Science Department, Mr. Ilyas Sir, along with our dedicated academic coordinators, teachers, and students. Your presence adds great value to this event, and we deeply appreciate your time and support. Let us now invite our esteemed dignitaries for the virtual lighting of the lamp, symbolizing the light of health, healing, and harmony of this World Health Day.
Good evening, everyone. It is with great joy and enthusiasm that I extend a warm welcome to each one of you present here for this special occasion, World Health Day webinar. Health is our greatest asset, and today we are gathered to recognize its significance in our lives. On behalf of Indian School Bausha, I extend my heartfelt greetings to our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Jyoti Misri, whose expertise and contributions in the field of antimicrobial resistance and zoonotic diseases are truly commendable. We are honored to have you here with us today, ma'am. As a token of our gratitude and respect, we now present a virtual bouquet to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Jyoti Misri. This gesture symbolizes appreciation for her time and invaluable contribution to this event. A special welcome to our respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, HOD of Science Department, academic coordinators, teachers, and all our dear students. Your presence and enthusiasm for this event truly makes it a meaningful and enlightening experience for all of us. Today's session promises to be an enriching one, filled with knowledge and insights that will help us understand the importance of health and wellness in our daily lives. Let us make the most of this opportunity to learn, engage, and take forward the message of a healthier future for all. Once again, a very warm welcome to everyone, and I wish you all an insightful session ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
So, can I start? Thank you very
Yes,
much
ma'am.
for this wonderful words. I'm really humbled by the words of the students. Thank you, the school principal, the vice principals, and all the teachers who are present today. And the most auspicious one, the students, whom I will be addressing. And on the auspicious occasion of the World Health Day, we want that not only us, the public health, but the environment and all the ecosystem should be healthy. So I start my presentation, and this will be mostly an interactive one. I know that most of the students are from 6th standards to 12th standards, and I have tried to simplify my presentation so that at least some learning on the part of the students is carried out by my presentations. I am able to put in key messages for the students and for all those who are listening to this presentation. So I start my presentation. Screen is coming. My screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
My yeah, okay, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
My presentation is moving. Whether my presentation is moving?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. First पे जाना. First slide. हाँ. Slide not. So I will be providing you an bird's eye view of antimicrobial resistance, which seems a big word, and in short, I'll be referring to it as AMR. So, children, do you know about this Marvel character?
Yes, mom.
I Yes, I think most of them must be knowing Hawkeye, and that means we are not only giving a bird's eye view, but we need to have a keen intent uh, eye about the happenings which are happening in the environment and in our surroundings also. So this is a priority area, and the problem of antimicrobial resistance is so much important. And as per the scientific reports, if an early action is not taken, we could see that about every person would die every 3 seconds by 2050. we want to know that I will give a brief introduction as to how this antimicrobial resistance develops, and we also want to know that what are microbes for getting the knowledge about the antimicrobial resistance. So these are the microbes are the organisms which require the presence of the microscope for seeing it. So we call them as microorganisms. The microorganisms may exist as a single cell or they may be as an multicellular form. That means they have more than two cells or multicellular. So most of the students must. So there are different types of microbes. Uh, we know there are viruses, and as we have seen in the pandemic which recently struck the whole world, which was called by coronavirus SARS-CoV-2, and so that was a virus. Then definitely we know we have bacteria, we have another microbe, that is fungi and parasites also, and like that we have number of other microbes like mycoplasma, chlamydia, rickettsials. So there are a lot number of microbes which are impacting us and which are impacting our health. So these microbes, they can be seen either by the light microscope, like we have seen that there are plant cells, there are human egg, or there are red blood cells. So they can be seen with the light microscope. But however, there are some microorganisms or microbes which require the presence of the electron microscope for visualizing them. So everything is visible.
PPT move नहीं हो रहा.
अच्छा अच्छा.
Yeah, I think the slides have to be moved.
Oh, just a minute. आपने open किया. एक second.
You're muted, ma'am.
Is it moving now?
Yeah, now we can see what are microbes.
Okay, okay. Let me check whether it is first second. It is moving. ये निकाला है इसका. Is it moving? आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Right now, it's a fixed one. That is Avengers.
No, next.
No, I
Next.
would recommend you to put it in slideshow and then share the screen. You can stop the sharing now, put it in slideshow and then share the screen.
पहले तो हमेशा क्या हो गया फर्स्ट टाइम.
Dear ma'am, you can put the screen in slideshow mode and then share. Right now you're sharing the presentation and then you're going to the slideshow mode, so we are not able to see the other screens as we move. Or from here, you can move one by one, ma'am. We are able to see the PowerPoint presentation. You can move one slide to the other. You can now click on slide number 2. Yes, you can present it in this way. You're muted, ma'am.
Is it visible now?
No, no, ma'am. You can, your name is coming. Presentation is not there.
यार क्या करें यार, क्या हो गया ये?
Ma'am,
Coming now?
or else you share with us. We can
Okay.
share one by one
Just a
slide.
minute. I will. I will. क्या हो गया यार इसको? नहीं ऐसे करना एक बार. It will look difficult.
ज्योति जी, अब तो आप
Now it
देख
is
Yeah.
सकते
coming.
हैं.
Yes, it's coming, ma'am. It's coming
Okay,
now.
I'll start. Sorry for the disturbance. I'm really sorry. So,
It's okay.
No, no problem.
should I start, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
sorry. Uh, Now this is, I will give you a bird's eye view of the antimicrobial resistance. And children, you very well know about a Marvel character, Hawkeye in the Avengers. And so we need to keep our eye very intent on anything which is happening around us. And we know that if this problem of antimicrobial resistance is not corrected, or effective steps are not taken, we'll see that in every second, by 2050, every third person could die. And now, for getting the information about the what are microbes, and how the mechanism of antimicrobial resistance develops, we should know what are microorganisms or the multicellular form. And some of and others could be seen with the electron microscope. And then we need to get accustomed to the few terms, like what is infection. So infection is when an invasion of the pathogen in an host. So it, and subsequently, if infection causes damage to the individual's vital organs and causes illness, so that is a disease. And similarly, there are different portals of entry for getting infection into the body. It may be through air, through water, through soil, through plants, through animals, through food, or the entry of any pathogen into the body may lead to infection. And when the infection impacts the vital organs of the body, it leads to causation of the disease. So we'll see that if a person is normal, his pulmonary sacs are clear. But if they are infected, they have these water droplets or some sort of exudates into their lungs. So that means their lungs are inflamed and the air sacs are filled with the pneumonia. In that case, person may have fever, cough, fatigue, and other difficulty in breathing. And similarly, we should know about some of the patterns, like what is an endemic disease. Endemic disease is when a disease is already present in the country or in the region, but it is relatively not that much spread. But an epidemic is when there is a sudden increase. If you could see here, that when there is sudden increase in the infection and it is impacting a large number of population, and subsequently pandemic is when it occurs across so many countries, continents, like we saw in the corona. मुश्किल हो रही है ना ये इसमें slides are there. Yeah. Then we, for getting the infection clear, we need to know that we have some drugs like antimicrobials which attack these antimicrobials, dr- and they will prevent the infection. So there are many antimicrobials like antibiotics. They may treat the bacteria, they may kill the bacteria. Antivirals, which kills the viruses, and subsequently antifungals and antiparasites also. And it is always said that prevention is better than cure. Oh, maza nahi aa raha hai. That what we need to do, that we need to cover our mouth with tissues and used dustbin and throw the tissue paper into it. So these are simple hygienic measures which can prevent our infection to a major extent. Then we know that how to wash hands. So this is also very important, and we know that there is a procedure, like we have to wash our hands in all the positions, whether it is in the straight forward, whether it is turning whether it is rubbing your thumbs, and this rubbing your nails. And so there is a systematic procedure for washing the hands also. So children, you must know how to wash the hands properly, rotational of thumbing, then backwards and forwards, and rinse hands with water and use towel. So there are almost many steps which are required for getting the infection being wiped out. Now what happens, this now comes the antibiotic. Antibiotic is a Thor. It kills the bacteria. And what happens? This is any disease. Disease is due to a pathogen. Pathogen is being killed by the Thor here in this character. It has been seen. But there are some pathogens which are not being killed by the antibiotic. Like you have seen this character Thanos. It comes and wipes out this. Then we've seen that there is a mechanism that how bacteria evade being killed by the antibiotics. Like it will develop the processes, and it will also destroy the antimicrobial in it, and it also restricts the entry of the antibiotic into the bacteria. So bacteria, actually it is the resistance of the bacteria to the antibiotic which is being used to treat that pathogen or kill that pathogen or kill that bacteria. So humans don't develop resistance. It is the bacteria against that drugs. so that it becomes immune. It doesn't allow the antibiotic to reach the bacterial cell to kill it. For example, here in we've seen that when any exposure to any bacteria, whether it is a salmonella, whether it is a brucella, whether any type of bacteria, then at that site infection occurs if the bacteria is able to spread. And if the antibiotic against that infection is effective, then that drug is potent and that is effective. And similarly, we have seen here through diagrammatic representation that the bacteria multiply here, and if we bring in the antibiotic, so bacteria are able to die. But here, if this bacteria has developed some sort of mechanism, here we seen as red something, they have developed some mechanism to avoid the being killed by the antibiotic. So these bacteria multiplies the same sort of, and the bacteria continue to spread, and the person remains sick. So here there are different ways and mechanisms by which bacteria evades being killed by the antibiotic. In the bacteria, there is a special process or procedure where this, if one bacterium is resistant to one antibiotic, it would transfer its resistance to the other bacteria as well. And here we've seen that after 1920, 2000, we have not seen any new developed antibiotic. So if we need to have more research on the development of the new antibiotics, so that we are able to cater to the large number of plethora of the microorganisms. Some bacteria have the capability of developing a biofilm, a protective film over them, so that they don't allow the antibiotic to penetrate into them. And similarly, there is an area in the bacteria which resists the pressure from the antibiotic. And sometimes what happens, the mutations in the bacterium occurs, and the antibiotic which is developed with that formulation on the of the bacteria, it doesn't allow the drug being penetrated into the bacterial cell. So here we've seen once the antibiotic is resistance and emerges, it can spread into the new countries, new settings, because that type of infection gets spreads into the other places, other regions. So antibiotics doesn't kill only the helpful germs, but they also kill there are some bacteria which are beneficial to our health. For example, lactobacillus, like that, which are protective for our gut health, and they give us immunity. So they kill those bacteria also. And similarly, we are in a double loss. Not only our helpful germs are being attacked, so we become more resistant simultaneously. So here, if we have a common cold or infection like strep by caused by tuberculosis, whooping cough, so in that antibiotic is effective. But if we have normal influenza, sinus infection, or bronchitis, we may require antibiotic or may not. So in that case, we need to have an microbial susceptibility testing done, so that we are sure about that which bacteria will be resistant or susceptible to this antibiotic. So in common cold, we don't require antibiotics, but most of the time our doctors and our prescribers, they give drug and we take it. And how to check this? Now you might have children seen in corona cases, we have taken samples from the nose and also from the also blood samples from the, and what has been done in the labs. You might have seen from the, I think, I don't know, 10th or 12th class students, they might have seen these Petri plates. So we provide these Petri plates with the media, and then we inoculate with the susceptible solution of the pathogens. And here we see, here we put the antibiotic discs, and here you are seeing a hollow zone. It means that this antibiotic disc is effective till this zone of inhibition, that this is a susceptible to this, so this can be able to kill the bacteria. So you can say that this is an pizza for the microbes. And here we see that in the recent years, some of the bold actions has been taken for the mitigation of the antimicrobial resistance, whether it is in the press or whether it is in the, I think at UN General Assembly, where a special session was, I think, addressed to the antimicrobial resistance. So we all need to take bold action to prevent the antimicrobial resistance from impacting our overall socio-economic status and the growth of the country also, because it impacts not only livelihood but also the economic status of the and GDP of the country also. So we need to measure the losses which are being done by this catastrophic. So this is a silent endemic. We know that this will not happen to us, or because we may never have encountered the antimicrobial resistance as such, but it impacts our health systems also. So we have seen that this has been, as per the scientific study carried out, that AMR associated deaths till 2050, if not suitable action being taken, then it would amount to 8.22 million AMR associated deaths, and deaths only attributable to the AMR will be 1.9 million. So, so these are the maps where it has been shown that number of impact the mortality has in the Europe and other North America and Latin America. So we need to tackle this problem, otherwise we face serious consequences. And so this is a study which has been carried out regarding the economic impact of the AMR, and here only we know that if we only give about 1% towards the cost of the medicine, towards the cost of the wash or health management system improvement. So if we give 1 rupee, we will get on investment about 28 rupees. That means this problem can be mitigated if suitable actions are being taken. So there are some deaths which have been recently encountered due to antimicrobial resistance, and those things can, I think, not counted even, because these are the things because which, for example, if near and dear ones in one's family passes away, so it causes a greater impact. In the COVID on only, there is a paper, or we have seen that, we calculated that about most of the deaths were not due to COVID only, but they were attributable to the antimicrobial resistance. So here we need to see that how we are able to mitigate the problems of the antimicrobial resistance, because antimicrobial resistance is a one health triad. It requires healthy environment, healthy animals, and healthy people also. So we need to have collaborative and multifaceted actions, so that we are able to prevent the organism spread to from one location to another location. So the importance of one health, we need to keep our ecosystem also healthy and our planet also healthy, because if the human is healthy, we our public system is also healthy, and it will subsequently impact the global health system also, and our surroundings, environment, and integrated systems also. And if the one health is okay, safe, then our planet is also safe. So there are some alternatives for the antimicrobials which are in active research, and vaccination is one. Then there are other bacteriophage therapies there. Then there are some of the herbal plants and phytoherbals or probiotic food which give, because it enhances the innate immunity and it doesn't allow the person to fall ill. So, what is in short the mechanism of the vaccine, or is that some sort of infection enters into, and like we have army here, and here our first line of defense is the our neutrophils or our activated cells, and second is the memory cells, and subsequently the memory stays, and same mechanism is followed in the vaccination also. So a vaccine is actually in some form of virus or bacteria which is being introduced into the body, and it responds by making more antibodies which are favorable for our system. And subsequently, if any bacteria we are exposed to that, then their antibiotics, because they have memory of these, so they will be generated quickly, and we are not prone to fall ill. So they provide us natural immunity. So wherever the diseases have vaccines, we should go for the vaccination. So that is a take home point. And similarly, if we need to protect the even if 80% of our population has been vaccinated against influenza, then 100% is liable to be protected, because there is a herd immunity. If 10 in this flock are immunized, so the titer of the antibodies will be in the other flock, other animals also, so that it provides the herd immunity. So similarly, there is some initiatives which have been taken by the government of India and at the United Nations and at the global level also for fighting this problem. We have come up with the Global Action Plan, FAO Action Plan, and also the regional Asia Pacific regions also, they have developed the action plans for working on it. And we at FAO and other UN organizations like WHO, we are working for the mitigation of these problems. And this has been rare when the UN General Assembly has given 2 times the importance to the antimicrobial resistance, in 2016 also, and in the recent UNGA session at in the September 24. So in Indian Prime Minister has also highlighted this problem in the Man Ki Baat in 2016. So we need to educate the stakeholders on the antimicrobial resistance, because this is a silent pandemic and burgeoning problem, and we need not only to act but also to educate and advocate measures for the mitigation of the antimicrobial resistance. So the Captain America message is that we should take antibiotics which have been prescribed and never share our antimicrobials with others, or whatever dose has been prescribed by the doctor. If he has prescribed for 5 days, we should be strict on that dosage, and we should not leave or discontinue our antibiotic in between. And so if we are healthy, our ecosystem is healthy, and our future will be secure. And so one health, one future, and one health, good, safe food systems. So there has been saying that we have to use the antibiotics safely and smartly to get a safe environment and safe planet. So thank you very much. I'm really sorry for not sharing the presentation in full. I don't know, but I'm ready for the interaction with you all on this important subject, because I have been working for this for the last 10, 12 years. So I really wanted to give my best input today. And so over to Madam, and I think I'll be.
Thank you, ma'am, for
Yes.
that inspiring talk on antimicrobial resistance. Your insights truly remind us why health and hygiene should always be a top priority.
As we move on to the question and answer session, I would like to invite our students from grades 9 to 12 who are eagerly waiting to engage with the teacher in this interactive Q&A session. Now, over to our audience for some questions.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Gayatri. I'm a grade 12 biology student, and I had a doubt from the topic, like what simple practices can students adopt in daily life to prevent antimicrobial resistance?
Yeah, simple practices like washing your hands very properly, and this is one of the best simple way by which we can avoid being falling ill recurrently, and like we should take at least 60 to 80 seconds for washing our hand. We should, I have shown you the steps. First you have to wash straight away, then on the back, then thumbs, then nails in between. So there are almost 10-12 steps of washing the hands. So that is one thing. And then another thing is, wherever we require vaccinations and wherever we have vaccines available, so we should take vaccines on time, and we should see whether we require a booster dose of the vaccine or not, or what is required. So those things, they are also very important, and they will not let us fall ill at the very onset or by simple means. And then another thing is, we need to uh, make our systems quite resistant. Like we should take good diet like probiotics, yogurts, and those things which make our immune system, innate system, gut health, improves our gut health, and the gut health is innate immunity. So we can take simple measures and we will be able to mitigate the antimicrobial resistance, and take antibiotic only when it is required, otherwise not. And if antibiotic is prescribed for 5 days, take for 5 days. That is my right dosage, right time. Yeah, it is avoidable, definitely. You can see the impact if you will do these simple measures. And for example, when you have to sneeze in the public, so use a tissue paper and do proper, like we have to do like this if you sneeze. So that is the proper way of. And wherever you feel somebody is having cough or you can put mask on those measures.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Linda.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Fatima. I'm also studying biology, grade 12 student. So I wanted to ask what kind of infections are becoming more harder to treat due to AMF?
Yeah. Infections, because we have seen that there are many bacteria or there are many antibiotics. Because what happens, for example, we have to use one antibiotic, we are using it repeatedly over a large period of time, and when that bacteria is being used, or for that bacteria and specific antibiotic, for example oxytetracycline or any azithromycin, it is being used many times and for many weeks, or to other person also, other, what happens, that body's immune system or bacteria, you have to kill the bacteria with the antibiotic, it gets immune because it develops the processes to evade being hit by the antibiotic or killed by the antibiotic. So bacteria also have their own mechanism of protection being killed by the antibiotic. They develop some flagella, they inactivate the antibiotic, they create some type of solution around them that is called as biofilm. So they don't allow the antibiotic to attack them or kill them. Then bacteria also have their own some mechanisms of replication. If one bacteria is infected, it has a mechanism of signaling, gene signaling. It gives the signal to other bacteria to multiply. So the infections which are subtle, or which we feel that are new pathogens. For example, we have seen in case of the corona, we gave this antibiotic, we gave that antibiotic, but antibiotic basically was not required. But you sometimes we give treatment as per symptoms, but we should first know the cause of the disease. So that is important. We should, for example, viral infections, they can't be treated by antibiotics, and when there is a viral infection, we also prescribe antibiotics. So that means we should thoroughly go in for the and AST testing. AST is and we should know that this bacteria will be killed by this antibiotic. So there are many bacteria, because this is a evolution of the bacteria to evade being killed by the antibiotic. It is not that only which type, only one single bacteria. Any bacteria can become resistant to that antibiotic. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. Uh, I'm also grade 12 biology student. My question is, why should antibiotics not be used for viral infections?
Why? Can't you
Why
repeat?
should antibiotics not be used for viral infections?
No, because viral infections have different mechanisms. They will be killed by the antiviral drugs. Okay, for viral infection, mostly we develop the vaccines, because viruses have a mechanisms of reassortment. They change their immunity, they change their adapters, they change their antigenic systems. So you are antibiotics are not meant to kill the viruses. Antivirals are being important to kill the viruses. So antibiotics kill the bacteria, they don't kill the. So for viruses we don't require basically antibiotics. But in case of viral infections, when the secondary infection develops due to bacteria, for example, we are down with the flu, or we are down with influenza, what happens? Our body's immunity, our body's army, it becomes weak, and it let our body to get being infected by other infections. Similarly, for example, one person is having influenza, or he is having some viral infection, and he hits something. His immunity is down. He is febrile, so he is likely to being hit by the other diseases. So in that case, then we are being required to give the antibiotics. Otherwise, for viral infections, we don't require any antibiotics at all if they are being taken uh, uh, care at the right time. That means for viral infections, mostly we have vaccines, and wherever for viral infections vaccines are available, we should immunize ourselves with the vaccines. For example, for TB, or if there is available, for example, for influenza, we give vaccines. For example, for polio, that has been eradicated now, but in some countries they are in. And similarly, for other viral infections, you might have taken for hepatitis, or similarly we give for now for encephalomyelitis, there are vaccines. So it is very important wherever vaccines are available and the following disease strikes us, we need to take vaccinations. So otherwise, for vaccines, we don't, viral infections, we don't require antibiotics at all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Abhimanyu, grade 12 bio student. Ma'am, my question is, what are infection control measures in healthcare settings?
And there are different infection control measures. For example, in our national action plan, the third priority is the reduce, prevention, and do control measures. So how we can reduce the now? The main is that we should have biosecurity systems in place. For example, we are working on a highly pathogen virus or bacteria which is liable to be transmitted to the humans. So we should handle them in the proper biosecurity zone. We should maintain the biocontainment facilities. We should wear a biosafety equipment, guard, and like pullover, cap, mask, like you must have seen in Corona how we used to handle. And when we enter any farm or animal health farm, so we should have that proper management systems in place. And we should wash our hands properly, use sanitizer wherever required. So, and another is that whenever we handle these pathogens or these infectious agents, we should maintain all the biosecurity arrangements, and for reduction of the prevention and these infectious diseases, we require effective control measures and handle them in proper labs and be very careful about the management systems. So that is important. And yes, reduction of we have to, for example, you are touching anything, you use gloves, this thing, use goggles if you are carrying on some study on the like we do in labs. So there are procedures and we can do it.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Any more questions? Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for patiently answering all the wonderful questions from our young minds. We deeply appreciate the way you encouraged their curiosity with enthusiasm.
As we come to the end of this enlightening session, it is my duty and privilege to extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone who made this event possible. First and foremost, our sincere gratitude to Dr. Jyoti Misri for sharing her valuable insights and enriching our knowledge. A heartfelt thank you to our principal, sir, for your unwavering leadership and guidance in making this webinar possible. We also extend our sincere gratitude to our Vice Principal, Ambika Ma'am, for taking the initiative to organize this event. Your dedication and support have been instrumental in the success of this event. A sincere thank you to our HOD Science, Mr. Elias, academic coordinators, and teachers for the dedicated efforts to ensuring the smooth coordination of this webinar. Finally, a big thank you to our audience from grade 6 to 12 for your active participation, which made this session truly meaningful and engaging. Let us all pledge to prioritize our health and contribute towards a healthier world. Thank you once again. Stay safe and have a great evening ahead. This is
uh,
me, Shaurya, signing off.
so I want to, am I permitted one line, ma'am? So I
Sure, ma'am.
really express my gratitude for all the students and the elite dignitaries, principal sir and vice principal. But I really feel distressed because of my this. I could not have this slide share mode because there were some more things which could have been addressed through that. So thank you very much for allowing and for being so humble with me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, children. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, sir.